March 1995, Puerto Rico. Ghastly remains of dead livestock with blood allegedly drained from them became rampant. Eyewitnesses claimed that an alien-like creature was responsible for the slaughter. Then, like wildfire, reports began popping up throughout the world. Join us as we go through the legend of the Chupacabra on Crazy Cryptids. Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster rank as the top two best-known cryptids in the world, but when the first reports of the Chupacabra came in 1995, it has catapulted to third place in the Hot 100 cryptid charts. But let's take a look at its humble beginnings. Initial reports described the Chupacabra as a bipedal creature 4 to 5 feet tall with spikes down its back, with long, thin arms and legs and an alien-like oblong head with red or black eyes. The locals dubbed it El Chupacabra, which is a combination of Spanish words chupar, which means to suck, and cabra, goat, which then translates to goat sucker. Soon enough, the Chupacabra were blamed for attacks on goats, sheep, and other domestic animals, as they supposedly left a path of uneaten carcasses that were drained of blood throughout the world. First reported attack attributed to the actual Chupacabra occurred in March 1995 as 8 sheep were found dead in Puerto Rico, each with 3 puncture wounds in the chest area and reportedly completely drained of blood. Then, in August, an eyewitness saw the creature in the Puerto Rican town of Canovanas, where as many as 150 farm animals and pets were reportedly killed under similar circumstances. Since then, the Chupacabras embarked on its international South American tour as over 200 animal deaths were reported in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Peru, and the United States. As word spread of the blood-sucking creature, so did many conflicting descriptions of it. Instead of the saurian gray appearance, the Chupacabras are now smaller and are now quadrupeds, taking on a more hairless canine-like appearance. Eventually, specimens that were claimed to be Chupacabra were discovered, but wildlife biologists identified them as a mangy coyote. These leathery, hairless abominations were from animals suffering from sarcoptic mange, also known as canine scabies, a skin disease from parasitic mites that causes hair loss and the skin to shrivel. Wildlife experts say that predatory animals suffering with mange will resort to eating livestock because it's easier to catch, and that the blood-sucking aspect of the Chupacabra legend are exaggerations and embellishments. Skeptics suggested that the original eyewitnesses of the Chupacabra may have been influenced by the sci-fi horror film Species, which featured a monster that resembled the creature. The movie premiered in the same time frame as the initial sightings in 1995. However, unlike the trove of low-budget Chupacabra movies, Species killed it in the box office. When it comes to the spread of the news of the Chupacabra, one says one thing, somebody hears it, and then says something else. This is a fucking game of telephone. There's no alien-like Chupacabra. It's just mangy dogs and Natasha Henstridge in reptile form. Case closed.